Colleague flow. Let's wait about 5 minutes while everybody joining, and we will start. Okay, colleagues, let's start our webinar. So my name is Loboda Dmitry. I'm Business Development Director of Awara IT. Let me make short introduction of our company. So some words about Awara IT, and then we will switch to the topic of our webinar. First of all, Awara IT is a global company which has offices in Finland, Spain, Bulgaria, Kazakhstan, Italy, Azerbaijan, Cyprus, and USA. We are 17 plus years on the market. We have more than 200 certified specialists. We have more than 500 projects delivered, and we have 8 departments, 2 ERP departments, 1 CRM departments, portals departments, mobile subs departments, BI data department, security infra department, and customer development department. So we have really wide spread geography. In our portfolio, you can see the list of the countries where we made our implementations, and you can see that we delivered our projects in different areas of the world. So here are some names of the customers that we have delivered our projects to. A little bit later, I will go deep dive into some cases that we delivered on top of topic of our webinar. So how ERP can help with main issues of startup? The main issues of all the startup is attracting new investors to raise money. So with ERP, you can provide transparency of operational activities that can increase trust and help to pass due diligence processes. The second point is that you can make the good exit and sell your startup company with a lot of money. So it will also allow you to quickly evaluate the company based on many parameters that store in ERP system, and it will also help you to pass due diligence process really easily. The third point is expanding into the new market. With the right ERP, you can easily scale your business on new markets. You don't need to choose a new ERP to make integrations and so on. So the right ERP will help you to be compliant with local tax and regulations. The fourth point is attracting new clients by making it's easier when you enter the new markets, you expand your customers portfolio and you expand your customer database. And of course, cutting costs. Each startup want to cut costs. So with right ERP, you can increase transparency of your business processes, and you can understand where your company incurs costs and quickly reduce unnecessary expenses. So here are the 5 important things that you can solve with right ERP system. How ERP can help you to pass due diligence process when you're attracting investors, or for example, you would like to make the exit from the company. The first of all, transparency of financial reporting. The advantages that ERP give to you is automation of balance, P&L, cash flow. Of course, you have a quick access to reports and accounting according to different standards like GAAP and IFRS with audit capability. The second point is control of income and expenses. So you can track revenue by product, customer, and region, which is really important. You can automate cost calculation, and you can identify inefficient spending channels or departments in your company. The third point is about contract and commitment management. So the advantages that ERP gives to you is storage and accounting of contracts in a single system, in single ERP system, tracking of obligations, including leasing, licensing, and other processes, accounting for deadlines, automatic reminders of important events, and so on. Let's move to the next one. So about inventory and logistics transparency. Here you can use ERP for real-time inventory of goods, raw materials, stocks that you have currently. Of course, you can use ERP for traceability of suppliers and logistics costs. And of course, to measure your turnover and surplus analysis. Let's move to the next point is about automation of document flows. Of course, everybody wants to make operations with documents as easier as possible. So ERP can help you to go through due diligence regarding documents flows and help you to store invoices, delivery notes, and acts in electronic forms. So you don't have to provide all these on the paper. So you can also easily download and share documentation for auditors or investors. And also all documents are signed using a trusted digital signature, which are really simple to use. Let's move to another point, 6, supporting growth and scalability. So the advantages here is readiness for scaling to the new markets. So during the due diligence process, you can easily scale to the new markets, and of course, stability and maturity of business processes in one system. It's really important to notice that if ERP is implemented correctly, it significantly steps up due diligence process, increases investor confidence in the data that's stored in ERP, and reduces the number of red flags in business valuation. So it's really important for each startup that would like to be measured accurately. So what is the main problems of international startups when they are choosing ERP? The first problem is diversity of legislation and regulations. So you can understand that different tax systems in different countries, different account standards and reporting requirements. So all the ERP, all that should be required by the government should be implemented in your ERP system. The need to localize the ERP system for each country, because without this you can't work, and compliance with data protection laws, GDPR and European Union, LGPD in Brazil, and so on. The second point is multilingualism and cultural differences. So here are the key problems that you can face with the need to support multiple languages in interface and documentation. So, and cultural characteristics of doing business can influence management processes, decision making, and work with personnel. So it means that your employees can struggle working with ERP if it's not correctly localized. Let's move to the next problem, integration and standardization of processes. So here are some problem examples that you can face with is different countries may use different business processes and accounting systems. In that case, you need to make integrations manually. Also, harmonization of processes is required for ERP to operate efficiently on a global level, and resistance to change from the local units and local users in your company. The fourth point is technical difficulties. You can face with differences in IT infrastructure, in internet speed, and reliability. Also, you can face with problems with data synchronization between distributed offices because it can take some time to synchronize data between different offices, and it can make you different problems. Cybersecurity, different maturity of IT systems in different countries increase vulnerability and security risks. So let's move to the next point. 5, cost and complexity of implementation. So problems here is that implementing a global ERP is very expensive and time-consuming project. You have to be prepared for this. It is necessary to involve experts in each country, local experts, who can manage and configure ERP correctly. It's also difficult to manage a project involving multiple teams in different time zones. So I think the problem is pretty clear here. And the sixth, the last problem that you can face with is staff support and training. So, of course, you need multilingual trainings and support for your users, as different levels of digital legacy among employees can be also a problem for your company, and ERP may be perceived as a threat. So, of course, it's not always the mandatory, but it can be the case. So what else? Consequences of a wrong choice ERP for international startups. When you choose not right ERP for your business, you can receive fines from the regulators. And it could be really expensive for your company, and you can spend a lot of money for the fines and penalties from the government. Of course, you can face with customer churn because if ERP doesn't match the specifics of the company, the supply chains is disrupted, orders delayed, customers don't like it, and of course they can churn. Increased costs. So, for example, you implemented several different ERPs in different countries, and finally you understand that it was better to choose the one ERP that can be implemented in different countries, and you will save a lot of money without replacement all the ERPs that you implemented before. Low adaptation and resistance of employees also can be the problem, because if your employees should work in different ERPs, for example, if they're responsible for different countries, and it's not always comfortable for your users to work in different interfaces and different ERP systems. Also, another one problem could be the loss of control over the processes. If ERP is inconvenient, employees begin to work around the system and use Excel or using old templates because they don't like working ERP. So can make some problems with reporting for you and the transparency of the processes. The next one is scalability issues. The system may not support company growth, such as opening new branches, entering new countries or currencies. So it always could be the case. Loss of trust in the company. So the problem with operations and customer service due to ERP can lead to loss of trust from customers, partners, and investors. And finally can crush your business. And of course, information security threats, because if ERP system may not comply with international security standard, it creates the risk of data leaks, cyber attacks, and fines for non-compliance with data protection laws. We try to describe here in really simple manner how you can struggle when you have, for example, different ERP systems in different locations. It can be really struggling for your employees how to communicate all the data between these ERP systems and how to prepare the reporting. So that's why you can have not transparent reporting with some mess in numbers, and you can understand what's going on. So of course, no trust in data prepared by employees manually in Excel, because when data are not really correct, so you can't trust it, and you cannot make right decisions. And of course, while your employees prepare manual data, your data is not up to date. For example, to prepare some reports, they spend 1 week, 1 month, or more. So that's why you are taking the data that is not really actual, and you can't make the right decisions. From that, you should understand that correct ERP for international startup has to have global capabilities, first of all, to support multiple currencies, languages, and tax regulations. Secondly, it should have transparency to attract investors. It also should have all data in one system to make fast decisions. It should have predictable scalability cost. So you will understand when you open your office, it will not cost you a lot of money to implement ERP in your location. Of course, it's nice to have embedded AI technologies which are some kind of mainstream today. And of course, it should have reliable security to prevent data leak that can pass you to loss of reputation and significant drop in sales. And of course, it can damage your business. So based on these parameters, we prepared some kind of comparison of different ERP systems that international startups can look onto. And you can see here the comparison between systems like Oracle NetSuite, SAP Business One, Microsoft Dynamics, Auto, QuickBooks, and Sage 50. So here we try to put attention which are this system best for, which kind of companies, what key features these systems has, and some kind of pros and cons for each of this system. Of course, we paid attention on the license price, and if you go and look through all the price levels that we have here on the slide, you will understand that the most affordable systems here is Dynamics 365 Business Central and Auto. Of course, QuickBooks is also really affordable, but it has a restriction that you can use not more than 25 users overall. Of course, if you plan to grow your business fast and scale a lot, it's not your choice. So, in perspective of comparison of these two leaders on the market, which startups usually would like to choose, we prepared the short comparison between these two systems. And as you can see here on the slide, for example, Dynamics Business Central has already prepared localization for 175 countries out of the box. And Auto has only 68 countries localized out of the box. So it means that if you choose Business Central, and you will not need to implement other system if you will expand your business in country where Auto, for example, is not has localization. So here are the detailed comparison between Auto and Dynamics 365, which we will, of course, share with you, and you can read carefully the detailed comparison between these two systems by yourself. But I think this comparison is pretty clear and pretty simple. So we have three company cases that choose not Business Central, and they spend in up to 5 years thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to implement other ERPs, but finally they understand that they need to switch to Business Central because it was ERP of their choice, which helps them to scale their business to different countries really fast. So, for example, Rayma case, they had different ERP systems across the globe, which has no automated B2B sales support. Everything was carried in Excel and Outlook, and there was no centralized reporting. So they were fed up with it, and finally they decided to switch to Business Central. Another case is White Now Company. The main challenge was to upgrade the existing solution to Microsoft Business Central in cloud and make fully inline ERP system with local specifics that they were required. And the third case is Bike Company. So they wanted to implement reliable and up-to-date financial and management reporting system across the globe. So Business Central is a system that helps them to do that really fast. By the way, when they made a choice and they compare ERP system before the implementation, the initial price difference was not more than 30%. But of course, they lose a lot of money because started to work with another EP. They spend a lot of money, and then they understand that they finally have to switch to Business Central to make all their operations smooth. One more important thing that you should be aware of as ROI report of Business Central implementation. Of course, we will share with you the slides and you can go through the link and read carefully all the results and all the numbers that has been provided by Forrester. And what is really important here is that the Business Central return of investment in average is 172%. So it's not expenses for you, it's like an investment with a lot of profits that you will get in the end. Here, I would like to stop in some startups that we already work with and who already implemented Business Central by Awara IT, of course. But first of all, I would like to give you some our customer case studies in the United Arab Emirates. The first of all, the implementation of Amity Partners company, who is accounting outsourcing company. They provide outsource services for accounting, and we implement them Dynamics 365 Business Central. So they had really big implementation. They had more than 100 companies in one tenant that they simultaneously supported in perspective of accounting. Of course, we implemented them the financial models, the purchases, the sales model, the banks, and the OS model as well. Project and resource model and employee time tracking also were implemented on this project. The next case is Kearney. This is a global management consulting firm, also from United Arab Emirates, and we also implemented Dynamics 365 to automate different tasks in this company. The next case is the Ultimo World. It's a wealth management platform which also had implemented Dynamics 365, and also we implemented sales, marketing, and customer service models. Crate Barrel, which has implemented Dynamics 365. This is an international furniture and home decor retail stores that are really popular in USA, and they also presented in United Arab Emirates. So let's switch to the international cases. Here are the case of Protectimus. This is a company in Ireland, and we also make some implementation where we automated the sales and receivables, purchases and payables, banking cash, inventory, and fixed access. The next case is Enapter of this company from Italy. And also we implemented Dates Finance. This is a chain of pawn shops where we also implemented the Dynamics 365 Business Central for all their operations. Zaman Broker is an Azerbaijan case, the insurance company. VCS, Wembley Chemicals and Suppliers. This is international trading companies and manufacturer. Evapag. This is a flexible packaging solution company from Turkey, which are also implemented Business Central. Semrush. This is keyword search professionals who implemented Dynamics 365 Navision. This is a previous version of Business Central. Yelama, online advertising management platform, and Zimran from Kazakhstan, the pretty real fast-growing IT startup. So Here are all our cases that we would like to show you today. If you're interested in Business Central, we are ready to provide you one-to-one demonstration. Please feel free to contact me on LinkedIn using this QR code, and you can use email to send me the message, and we will organize you the demonstration of Dynamics Business Central and all the features that this ERP system has. Uh, Thank you very much for your attention, and stay in touch. Bye, colleagues.